Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider a like, a subscribe, and if it helped you out at all, please hit the donation link down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello everybody, welcome to another video from robotGamer. It's been a while since I made a video, and I just want to dive right into it. Some people are saying I take too long on the intro, so the purpose of this video is Conan Exiles dedicated servers. I had a real problem with it, and I found videos on how to set up the server, but I didn't really find any videos on what to do if you're having trouble. So again, quickly, what's happening is I've got my machine I'm on now, and through TeamView I've got my machine that I'm running the dedicated server on. So two separate machines. Not trying to do it on the same one, and let's just go through the setup. Okay, so I'm going to show you on the machine I'm trying to run the dedicated server on through TeamViewer. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find the SteamCMD or Steam Command program. Let's open up Mozilla. And then once you're in Mozilla, you just want to go to this right here. It's the wiki page for SteamCMD, and I'm going to try to remember to put all the links I can down below. And it actually opened it to where I need to go, but let's say it starts you up here. Okay, so downloading SteamCMD, you want to click on Windows. It'll drag you to step number 2, and you just click on that link, and then you go ahead and you save the file. Okay, so let's check our downloads folder, and here's Steam Command CMD, and let me just delete these guys to kind of get some stuff out of your way here. You want to go ahead and right click that, and I already have WinRAR installed. I think everyone knows how to install WinRAR. It's not a big deal. If you're having trouble with it, just let me know. I'll do a video, but it's really, I don't think it's necessary. So we're going to pick extract here, and you're going to get SteamCMD.exe. Okay, so go ahead and double click that, and it's going to download the folders you need in the folder you've extracted the SteamCMD into. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that process over again once it's finished. And I'm just going to go through. So let's get rid of all this stuff. I swear to God, guys, I'm just trying to make it as detailed as possible. I'm trying not to skip any steps, okay? But it's going to extract the SteamCMD.exe, and then wherever you double click the SteamCMD.exe, that's where it's going to put all the files it needs. So one thing I would suggest is if you go to my computer and you go to your C drive, I've got another drive set up, but I'm not going to assume that everyone uses a second drive, and most people still use the C drive. So double click the C drive, and I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to call it SteamCMD. Okay, so that's there now. So let's go back to downloads, and we're going to cut or copy. It's up to you, dealer's choice. Go back into the C. Where'd it go? There it is. And we're going to paste it, extract it here, and we're going to double click it here. That way when it extracts all the files, it's in one folder. I know where it is. It's in the root directory of the C drive. Normally I put it in the F drive, but for the sake of this video, like I said, I'm not going to assume that people have more than one drive set up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and close that, and then if we click on SteamCMD, it verifies the files, and it's going to say Steam. So what you're going to want to do here is you want to go login anonymous. And if you're having problems with anonymous, don't worry, I have problems with it all the time. Don't feel bad. So basically we're logging into Steam under an anonymous account. Okay guys, so you've got the SteamCMD downloaded, installed. You've got the files you need in the C drive, right? So now we're going to be getting our Conan Exiles dedicated server files. And to that, after you've logged in anonymously, you're going to go ahead and type in app_update. And then you're gonna, the number you're looking for is 443030. Okay, let me get that mouse pointer out of the way, and you're gonna want to go and push enter, and it's gonna take a little while. It depends on your internet connection. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it do its thing, and we'll be right back when it finishes. Okay, so here we are. We've got the app is successfully fully installed, and we're going to go ahead and close SteamCMD. I hit the X. You can actually type in exit. It'll exit out too. Depends. I don't know. I'm not an expert, so I just push the X. Okay, so if we go into Steam Apps and we go to Common, and we've got our Conan Exiles dedicated server. Okay, so here's all the files you need, and this is kind of the fresh install. I've got another install that I've been messing around with, and I'm going to show you guys my settings and things like that. But the first thing you want to do with the fresh install is go ahead and double click Start Server.bat. Okay, so double click that. And it's the reason why you want to do this is you want it to generate all the files you need. So it's generating the world files and everything. Very important. The settings files and all that. Okay, so here we are. It's finished loading the default world and everything. And I can kind of, I'm not an expert, guys, but when I start seeing like the seconds and stuff like that, official server, it's done. It's not generating any more lines in the command window. So what you want to do is you want to hit Control C, shut it down, and now if you go into ConanSandbox and you go into saved and you go into config and Windows Server, here's all your server settings. Okay, so I'm going to stop using the fresh install. I'm going to switch over to the server that I have set up, just because my settings are all there and everything, and we're going to go through a couple more things. So let's go ahead and close that, and if I go into computer, and like I said, I use the, it's not F drive, my apologies, it's E drive, and I go into servers and Steam apps. Here's the Steam command CMD and all the files just like before. So if I go into Steam apps and I go into Common, Conan Exiles dedicated server. Okay, so there's a couple things here that are different. Yeah, now I've got the ConanServer.bat and the Conan.update.bat. Let's concentrate on the ConanServer.bat. What I want you to do is I want you to right click in the folder, I want you to go to new, and I want you to pick text document, okay? And you're going to want to rename it ConanServer.bat. So see where it says .text or .txt, you're going to change that to .bat. So just to run through it, Conan server, and then get rid of the .txt and put .bat, and I'm gonna put 1 because I already have a ConanServer.bat, but that's what you'd want to do. And we're gonna go ahead and hit enter, and yes. So I've got my Conan server and ConanServer1.bat. So you're gonna want it to look like that, ConanServer.bat, no 1. And then what you want to do is, I use Notepad++. I'll put a link for that in the description down below. And before I go any further, I just wanted to thank Minecraftunion. He was a big help. I watched his videos, and I'm not trying to take away from him. I'm just trying to add some additional information, and I thought the best way to do that was just to start from the beginning and go through the steps I was going through. So thank you, Minecraftunion, for the help, and let's just keep going now. So in your ConanServer.bat file, okay, you're going to right click and you're going to put edit with Notepad++, right? And it kind of sucks, it's like a small screen, but you're going to want to go ahead and put in your ConanServer.bat, this guy here, okay? So I'll put this down in the below in the description, or show more info, whatever you want to call it, and you just go ahead and double click or copy and paste. Now I want to go through the multi-home because that will change depending on you. So like I said before, this is a different machine, and multi-home is going to bind the IP address that Conan Exiles server uses, as far as I understand. If I'm wrong, sorry about that. Like I said, I'm not a professional, whatever you want to call it, but you're going to want to copy the same thing, multi-home equals, what's going to change for you is the 192.168.74. So I'm going to show you how to get that number now. This is Windows 10, and what you want to do is your little Ethernet connection icon dealy. You want to go ahead and right click that, open network and internet settings, and then you're going to want to just click on change connection properties, and if you go down, you've got your IP address, which is 192.168.1.74. Okay, so that's the number you're going to be using. So let's go ahead and close that and look there. See, it matches right there, 1.74. And go ahead and put that number in there. Okay, and then make sure you hit save and go ahead and close it. And just to show you guys, so I'll delete that. Just to show you guys, this ConanServer.bat is going to be the same. Alright, that's going to run your ConanSandboxServer.exe. ConanUpdater.bat, don't worry about that. Okay guys, so now one more setting that I feel was important to show is if you go into your, so I'm inside the common Conan Exiles dedicated server file. If you go into ConanSandbox, and then you go into saved, and then you go into config, Windows Server, and if you put your, if you right click on your Game.ini, so right click Game.ini and edit with Notepad++, I've got MaxPlayers equals 20, so that's how many people can connect to my server. Make sure it's underneath the script engine.gamesession, MaxPlayers equals 20, and I'll make sure I put that down below. So that's your Game.ini. And then if you go into Engine.ini, right click, edit with Notepad++, you've got your OnlineSubsystem folder. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste this down below, so you guys will have the same settings, right? Couple things, if you can change your server name, I've got it robotGamer. ServerPassword is password, and yeah, just copy and paste that, change the server name and the server password, and you should be good to go. So let's go ahead and close that now. Next thing I really want to go into is, and I don't really see too many people doing it on the videos, is I want it to do the router setup, so port forwarding, stuff like that. And I'm going to show you what works for me. I'm not just going to put it in the description or something like that. So Here I'm in my login for my router, and it's an Asus router. So I'm just gonna skip ahead some. Okay guys, so I'm in my Asus router. If you go and you click on WAN, and then you pick on virtual server port forwarding, and here's all the numbers for Conan that I'm using, these three, and it's all UDP, and again it's bound to the dedicated server machine. The ports are 7777, 7778, 2705 to 2706. Now, I'm not saying that this is every number you need. I'm saying that these are the numbers that worked for me, and I apologize if you have another router and you're not using Asus, and it might be a little different for you, but basically you're looking for virtual server / port forwarding. Okay, so 7777, 7778, 27015 to 27016, all bound to the dedicated server machine. And like I said before, I'm not saying these are all necessary numbers, I'm saying this is what worked for me. So go ahead and set that up in your router, and if you're on an Asus router, you just type in, basically follow and fill in the fields just like I have it here. Okay, so 7777, and then you want to go ahead and find your machine, and then protocol, put UDP, and then you hit plus, right? And then after you hit plus, you got to hit apply. I'm not going to hit apply because I've already set it up. Okay, so now your Conan server should be ready to go. There shouldn't be any issue with it, but I'm going to show you a problem I was having, and I'm going to show you the workaround that I found. And we're almost done with the video, guys. Thanks so much for sticking it out this far. So let's go ahead and close this. Click on our ConanServer.bat. It'll go ahead and load up. And let's go ahead and open up the Conan Server Exiles. And one thing I will point out is I am using mods, okay, but I've tried it with and without mods, and I'm still having the same condition, like the same, where it's just getting stuck in a loop and I'm getting dropped. So with or without mods, it's doing the same thing. I just want to point that out. I am using mods, but it wasn't the problem that I was having. I know that mods.
First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride.
Okay guys, so here we are in Conan Exiles. So if we hit play online and we go to PvP, and I got mods on my server, so it should be saved. I just have to hit show server with mods, and there it is there, robotGamer, join. It's going to ask for a password because I've set that up in the Engine.ini. So let's go ahead and put the password because you guys are going through it with me. And we hit OK. Now if we just go into this guy here, it looks like it's actually connecting. It's weird because yesterday it took me forever. It wouldn't let me log in. So I'm going to go through another way to log into the server if you're having problems. It's crazy. Like yesterday it wouldn't work and today it's working. That is hilarious. So basically, if you're having issues and you're just getting into like a loop on the control, on the command console for the server, and it's dropping you, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and open up Steam. Okay, so once you've got Steam opened up, you want to go into View, and you want to go into Servers. Now once you've got the Servers tab open under Steam, You want to go ahead and hit LAN, and you'll have your Conan Exiles servers, and you just hit connect, and then you put the same password in, and it should launch the game eventually, and you should be able to connect. And again, guys, I don't know why it wasn't working yesterday, but it's working today. But I don't know, that's the way it is. But if you're having trouble where
First, they took your family and your riches.
kind of got cut off with the loud music, but if you're having trouble where people can connect to you online, but you can't connect to your own machine under your local network, and you're just getting dropped, you want to go ahead and use that Steam LAN setting. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If I forgot to put anything down below, please let me know. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.